Action's just wrapped up on the racetrack. As you can see in the top corner, countdown to podiums underway where Rob, you'll be hosting. Now we get to kind of have a deep breath, take everything back in and a little longer bit. First, quick thoughts right from you after everything we've seen.
Great racing today, I think. I love the fact that both of our pro categories are pretty aggressive in terms of how they ran all the way through the field, deserving champions for sure. But all told, I just think all the categories that we had just had some fantastic battles, and not surprising. Again, we had the guys go wheel to wheel, back and forth, start low lining. We brought more guys back into the fight. It was just classic Newcastle racing, I think.
I think so too. It was an unbelievable race. We got a lot of drivers we want to hear from after today's action. Let's go back down to Caleb as we continue to hear from them as well.
Yeah, thank you, Xander. Standing by here with Paulie Massimino, fourth at the line. Paulie, you came into this race with an outside shot at the championship, and in turn number one, it seems like it kind of slipped away from you, and you had to work really hard to get up to four. Just talk to me about that race.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened on the start. I imagine it's the same as always, the inside line just not getting off the gas. So, yeah, I got shoved off the track, whatever. Just put my head down and, try to drive as hard as I could. I don't know. I thought I gave it 110%, and I don't think there was any more I could have gave.
And I can see it in your face, right? You mentioned earlier you were under the weather, and I think this is exhausted as I've ever seen you. After a race, you were just sitting down in the tech barn. How hard has this weekend been for you?
Yeah, it's been hard. We've been struggling with setup and everything all around. So just having to manhandle the cart a little bit more definitely hurts. But also, I was in New York earlier this week. I flew from New York straight to here, and my flight got canceled. So I was up for like 36 to 38 hours straight. So that's probably what did me dirty. But, yeah, I mean, physically this is the worst I've felt in a long time. I don't feel good. Personally, I thought it was just, allergies. But, yeah, I mean, maybe shouldn't stay up that long, but didn't really have a choice. So I just know that being sick, not being sick, I still tried as hard as I could.
And I got to remind you, Paul, this has been one of the better years that you've had to date, right, in 125cc. Getting wins, back in Houston and even carrying that momentum into the Pro Tour, even contending for a championship. Would you say, even though it didn't come to fruition in the end, are you happy, satisfied with the year you've had?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. This year's been great. Some up and downs, but mainly ups. This program that we have is really good, especially our KA side. Our KA side's really, really good. Just missed out a little bit on that both days this weekend, but clinched championship in that. So I know our KA program is still phenomenal. But even our X30s now, our X30 program is really good. I feel like I've stepped up as a driver these past 2 years. I haven't been trying more. I just been chilling out, I think. So quite the opposite for me, but I can't say enough about this program that BJR, BBS, that whole team has built. I'm glad to be a part of it. So we'll regroup, figure out what we missed out on this weekend. I knew it was an outside shot coming in. I think what helped is that I was okay with third. Just before the weekend started, I was content there, so I think that took all the pressure off of me. And then, today, once I figured out, we might have a shot, I just tried to drive as hard as I could, and I can't say I left anything else on the table. So, very happy with our results, and we'll keep pushing forward towards, the rest of USPKS, last race of stars, and obviously Supernats.
And let's talk about that, right? I think this is as much momentum as you've taken into Las Vegas. You already have a win at the Supernats in K100 Senior, but you've looked, I think, as best as we've ever seen you in 125cc. How does the road to Vegas look like for you?
I think it's great. I thought we were really fast last year, and, I think we've been fast, consistently, especially in the KA, but even in the X30, we just, I've had some problems in Vegas. It's so many sessions to get everything right. One little thing can lead to a big thing. So, I mean, I'm ready. I'm excited, and, hopefully I can win both so I could quit.
Retirement if you win both in Vegas?
It's a high possibility. I don't know. I just want to go out there and win, and we'll see.
There you go. Thank you for the time, Paulie.
Thank you.
Guys?
Let's look back at that moment there where Paulie Massimino had a bit of a wild one. Of course, the BJR LN car driver trying to get things rolling underway here on the outside of the front row. And again, like he said, inside lane stacked up, hanging tough on the outside. Roberts kind of gets shuffled. Yeah, you can even see Davin. Look at that right there. Right before Paulie gets sent further up the road, Davin has one correction from kind of getting moved up here. Watch this real close when we get about the center of the corner, Rob. Look at his hands.
Yeah, I feel like he's getting help from the back. You can see that. Yeah, watch the hands for sure. He's going to have to get that correction, as you said. Right there. Yeah, and at that point, the lane that Paulie was trying to run on the outside just disappears. And I think to his credit and how well he did on the day, I don't think anybody had a rougher start. The fact that he was that far back and was able to get himself to where he did. Yeah,
I mean, he clawed his way back to the top 10 almost by lap 3 or 4, and he was right there rolling with Turney and Gus Lawrence. So it's cool to see him recover the way that he did for sure. And yeah, he's ever since Austin and Ryan did it now, he's been joking about hanging it up. But at the same point, there's no question on the stat line that he has been performing any better than he is right now. And I guess to the credit of Garrison, last year you could say he was at his peak too, and Ryan Norberg, he'd been at a peak for a long time at the top level. But certainly Paulie a threat to go into Vegas.
Yeah, you also see what Paulie thinking about maybe the after career, right? He's been working with John Seglin in Precision Performance Karting, running that program and their 4-cycle deals. So, the bottom line is he's thinking about after racing as well. But, man, he's at the top of his game right now. Yeah, I know that's the best time to go out at the top of your game, but I don't think we've ever seen a better Paulie Massimino in his entire career.
I'm with you. I think he has been exceptional. But like you said, he's been doing it for quite some time here, and he has certainly turned a lot of heads over the last 2 years especially. His dad put it pretty good at his first win last summer, and the floodgates have simply opened from there. Let's keep going with more of the aftermath from that wild Pro X30 main event here with Caleb.
Yeah, I'm standing by here with Gus Lawrence, 6th on the day and falling just short of the championship. Gus, the speed, it seemed like it was there, catching up to the leaders late in that one, but, all back to qualifying, getting misplaced.
Yeah, like obviously in the pre-final and whatnot, we had a good charge through back to 8th position. But definitely in that long race, especially with the sun come out, the weather changed, like in humidity and whatnot, didn't seem to perform as well. The kart wasn't as good as it was before, so that was obviously hard to predict. Didn't expect that. I didn't expect it to be like that either. But no, it was obviously a good race. Managed to 6th position, so just falling short of the championship. Obviously, coming into this weekend from MCC, quite far behind in the championship, so never to beat Joe Turney is difficult, right? So we had a fantastic day yesterday, did the best we could, and then just fell short today. But as I said, it was hard to close that gap, and we almost got there. But no, it's a good result. I guess second's not too bad, but just a shame we couldn't have made it that first.
And it's your first full season right here in the U.S. How would you rate this, the first time that you've joined us for all 6 rounds?
No, it's fantastic. I love it. I love racing here. The atmosphere, all you guys, you make it a proper job. Probably the best in the world. So I thoroughly enjoyed it, and yeah, it's been a great season. As a whole, it's been a great season, coming over to 2 final wins, multiple pre-finals and stuff like that. So yeah, I can't moan.
And again, you are in the Circle of Champions well in it, I might add. So you are scheduled to race next year in the Circle of Champions. Everything will be entries and tires will be paid for. So I got to remind you about Vegas, right? That's on the horizon in November. You won there last year, but it was a 2nd place on the racetrack to the guy you were just talking about, Joe Turney.
Yeah, it seems to be us too. No, we'll see. Hopefully I can get back there this year. Obviously it's in a few months yet, so we can have a little bit of downtime and then focus on that one at the end of the year. But no, I just like to, can't put this year down to everybody. My mechanic Jamie has made it fantastic. Mike Rollerson, Alex in there working late nights every night. It's been a fantastic package, and we just a few mistakes from my half, like in qualifying and stuff like that. But it's a funny one because when you race on the Saturday, it's all low. The pressure's quite low, I feel like, and that definitely sets the tone for Sunday. And I feel like it gets a little bit more aggressive and whatnot on the Sunday. So no, can't moan. It's been a good year.
Well, congrats on a successful year, guys. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Guys.
Indeed, a successful year for Gus Lawrence, right? He's on the championship podium. Bridesmaid, but not the bride here at the Winter Series and the Pro Tour. But as Caleb mentioned, it was his first try at it. Certainly a valiant effort. He'll get the 2 plate as he goes in to defend his Super Nationals honors in November. We take a look back here at the main event, Rob, and let's see if we can't find anything else that we didn't see earlier. We obviously looked at the start moments ago that sent Massimino wide, and I thought, too, with the speed that Jake Drew had yesterday, he would have followed Paulie up forward, but it didn't go quite his way the way it did for the 3-plate.
Yeah, I think we saw David Roberts be good out of the gate, but he was falling back there as he was kind of swarmed by the big dogs of this sport. We saw a number of drivers really start working their way forward. Diego Ramos was one most definitely pushing forward. Of course, Ruben Moya as well. But, man, it really started midway through as Oliver Hodgson, I think, started to get a lot of confidence in this package.
And, again, pulling the moves that he did, I think the most important part, the most impressive part to me about Hodgson's drive is once he made this bid for the lead. I mean, they were close. He gets a bit of a gap here from Ruben Moya, and then those final few laps here bearing down on him. Diego Ramos, Turney, Massimino, even Lawrence as well here. And yet still, the moment that Ollie got that gap, I guess right there in the shark fin, he never really seemed to fade on speed. Took a number of laps for Diego to get close, and it just was no cigar this time. Rob, it's been a pleasure. Obviously, this has been a long day for both of us, a long day for our production crew, and your day not quite done because you've got one last bit of announcements here with our podiums for today's races and the championships, but always a pleasure, my friend. We've enjoyed having you.
Yeah, the same. Great to work with you guys here at Kart Chaser. Of course, I know how hard you guys work. How many? Well, you got 4 races you're broadcasting next week?
That's right.
Yeah, so let's get some work done. Always a pleasure to work with you guys, and thanks for inviting me into the booth.
We've enjoyed it here. Rob Howden, of course, will join the show later on with the podium ceremonies. We'll be taking a quick commercial break. When we return, AJ Myers joins the show as we begin to walk back that Pro Shifter main event and the season to date here with the Pro Tour. We'll be right back with more post-race coverage presented by Perico.
From the garage to the grid, Acceleration Kart Racing is your one-stop shop for karting. Engines, parts, safety gear, tools, and more from the brands you trust. Everything you need for race day starts at shopakr.com.
Attention Superkarts USA drivers. Be sure to order your complete photo package from On Track Promotions. All drivers receive a minimum of 40 photos from throughout Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with instant access from our automated delivery system. Visit otp.ca right now to get instant access to your photos.
You know, I'm really starting to like this go-karting thing.
Yeah, me too. Oh my gosh, can I show you this cute dress I just got?
Yes, of course. Oh my goodness, it's so cute.
I just love shopping.
I love shopping too.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, did you guys say you like shopping?
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, dude, I have the perfect place to do that at. ShopAKR.com. At ShopAKR.com, you can get free shipping on orders $200 or more. You can get anything you want. Like MXC rims, gloves, rib vests, shoes, anything that you need. All at ShopAKR.com.
Who is he talking to?
No idea.
But we're gonna have to check it out. Sounds like a great deal.
Sure does.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Motorsport.
Cut. You all right, man? You sound way off.
What?
I don't know, you sound like you're asleep still. Is the age finally getting to you? You're only how old, 42?
Dude, I'm 27. I'm not even 3 years older than you.
Well, that's pretty old. Well, that's 3 years away from Masters, dude. You need a little pick-me-up. Try a Perico. It's a healthy energy drink alternative.
Do you walk around with these in your pockets?
I actually do. Always two, one for me and clearly one for you.
Whatever. Not that old, dude.
Did it help though?
Yeah.
Pericazo. And you are that old.
You have to fight to pull ahead, to find your edge, to do whatever it takes to make you 1/10 of a second faster, smarter, more committed than the other guy, because you've got the kind of passion that can overcome the impossible. And we've got the most powerful performance race fuel available to help you do it. Sunoco Race Fuels. Take the lead.
Perico post-race coverage continues here from the Summer Nationals. AJ Myers now joining me here, hot off. Finally, probably a breath of fresh air what this Sunday was for you. How, is that what it feels like at this point here?
It's just like a monkey off your back. You know, it's been a long year, and just to come back out at my track I like, and yeah, we put it up front, and it was great.
And what's this weekend been like? You and Jordan, you guys have been pitted out of a garage on the backside, right? Kind of just doing your own thing, reminiscent of when you did it with your dad, TB Kart many years ago.
Yep, so it was no practice on Thursday. Annie needed to save her body. I had work to go to, and showed up Friday. We were right on pace, and yeah, it's a small crew, but with the knowledge we have, with Andrew, me, Sonny Engines, we know what we're doing, so we can go up against the big boys with the big budgets and put up a fight.
Well, we've got a little bit of a race package I know that we want to get through, too, and I'm curious on your thoughts of some of the stuff you've seen. I'm sure with enough time you've gotten to see some of the moments and played back most notably probably the deciding moment of the race, which was the start here, right? Mateus Morgado starting just in front of you off the back of a solid weekend. And so as it lines up here, take us through kind of what happened.
Yeah, so we get off the line here. Everyone got a whole shot. Everyone had a good start. And then right there, he misses a shift, I thought about it and just had to back out of that. Cost me to Formal. Luckily, Wick drove off. And then, yeah, after things set up a little bit, there's a 2-second gap to the leaders. And it's with a driver of that caliber, you can't give him that sort of gap. No,
he has been, the only one really to bring down some of those gaps over the years, right? And so I thought our one shot might have been if Irwin.
Yeah, I was hoping for Irwin to put up something to fight. He did, but it just wasn't enough to give me any sort of a hope.
Yeah, and right here, too. Talk about Sonny Power right there. Holding on at the end of the straightaway and deep on the brakes for him, at least, to keep Irwin at bay. And then some battles further back because you had just a slugfest on lap times, really, to get up to Jay. And probably, I don't know, was it like you were counting down the laps by the end of the race
Once
there?
it got to halfway and I'm in second now, I get gapping a little bit. I'm like, okay, is this over? I was hopeful at a moment there to catch Morgado, but at the end I was like realistic, let's just get this over with.
Now talk to me too about what the racetrack was like. I asked Billy about it yesterday. He said it was weird. Was it back to normal today? Was it weird at all for you? I mean, obviously you didn't even need Thursday. He didn't get to have Thursday. What was this weekend conditions for you?
I mean, the track's always interesting here. I mean, this morning with the dew on the track, I mean, the pre-final was a struggle bus for me, and I was just hopeful that it would kind of come back to normal. I made one small change just to take away a little rear grip, anticipating the new tire again. Made the right call there, but to me, this track's always this track. I know how to drive this track, and it has the same tendencies. It's just if we have the kart set up, we have the kart set up.
And so, taking away this season now with the momentum here, what does the rest 6 months of 2026 look like for you? You obviously are non-traditional by the standards of the group of drivers you normally race around that are in this stuff full time. You've got your day job, just getting just enough times and hours and days away to come and play. So what's the rest of 2026 looking for you?
Yeah, I haven't driven the KZ since out when I tried that the wet gamble out in Cincinnati. But yeah, we still have the touch, and next 6 months is not going to be too much racing, but we'll be ready to go in Vegas, and I'll be there, and I'll be ready to get that one. That's the one I want the most.
Yeah, that's the one that certainly has eluded you in about every imaginable way, and yet still you ended up back-to-back years driving through the field. So talking about that weekend compared to this weekend, and I want to go back, honestly, to one more thing here with you, is that Charlotte, I remember it was either last year or the year before when we were doing one of these debriefs. We talk a lot to the fans and the viewers and some of the new people to karting about development. We ask you guys a lot. But you put it, I thought, pretty well at Charlotte, that the development's not you're changing material and you're doing all these different things. You're learning each weekend of, all right, one change, two change. You only have like so many windows to hit it right or hit it wrong. Is that about right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not about like changing the tubes like you're saying. It's just more about understanding what your go-kart does in different conditions, understanding in the cold, what do I need to get the front to turn? What do I need? And the more races you do, the easier it is to make the right call. I mean, everyone says it's the best guess. No one knows what the answer is. We're all just guessing out here. Some of us guess right, some of us guess wrong. Today was a pretty good guess for us.
There you go. Well, we've got some more intel along with AJ here. He'll be with us. But let's go down to Caleb as we continue to break down the rest of Summer National Sunday.
Well, myself and Josh are down here by the grid, and Josh was just saying he was listening to you guys, said he guessed wrong for the main event in the guessing game that Xander, you and AJ were talking about. But Josh, you know, it probably wasn't the day that you would have wanted to have today on the Sunday, but I got to remind you, right? You are in the Circle of Champions. You beat Gage Corn to it, and you just mentioned you weren't going to race next year if you weren't in the Circle. Well, you got to strap the helmet back on in 2027, my friend.
Yeah, I'm super happy I made the Circle of Champions. It's it's a pretty big deal, especially coming from up north. The conversion rate really hurts right now. So to have the Circle of Champions it's huge. It helps us so much, and I'm just super glad that we could put together a weekend that was good enough to claw back. It was almost 70 points to make the Circle of Champions from 15th after the unfortunate DQ in Cincinnati.
And again, this year has not only been hard on track while you're at the Pro Tour, but off the track as well. You got a full-time job back home at a car dealership. You're, not able to drive. You just mentioned your rock shifter doesn't work back home. You aren't getting much practice. You aren't getting much drive. So how good does it feel to just make it in after how difficult this year's been back home, not being able to put in laps?
Yeah, I mean, it feels really good. We tried to put I have a test chassis at home. We tried to put that on track before Cincinnati, and we had a selector issue where the rock wouldn't go to gear, so I could do first and second. That was about it. And then I didn't get the motor back in time to be able to test before this race. So, I mean, it means a great deal. We showed amazing pace this weekend. We were super fast in happy hour. Had an unfortunate situation with the one tire and qualifying, and then we moved it to the other side and found most of the pace. But yeah, I guess wrong today. I made a gear change before the final, trying to help just with a little bit of top speed, and then ultimately it hurt the bottom end, and with that I roasted the right rear tire a little bit. So live and learn. It's always a learning curve. We're on the R3s now versus the R2, so gearing's always very different, and I'm just super happy that the Carlos Racing Engines Marinelli USA guys gave me an amazing package to compete with, and looking forward to moving forward and being a little more competitive.
Yeah, and moving forward is Las Vegas, right, in November. And I want to ask you about the year in heading into Las Vegas, because it seems like you guys over at Carlos Racing Engines, with now Marian Kremers and that team growing, and week after week you guys are up at the front. How has the progression been over the last 2 years with yourself in the camp, now having Marian, and looking forward to November?
Yeah, I mean, the progression's been really good. Carlos puts in a lot of time at the shop. He's there every day, 10, 12 hours a day, just trying to make the package better and to be able to give us the best opportunity to perform on the racetrack. So I can't thank him enough for all the effort that he puts in, because he's always slaving away. But I love having Marin. He's amazing for doing data and driver coaching. We were just before happy hour. I was super confused on why I was missing a bunch of pace, and we sat down and did the data, and all it was that I was pushing the gas too early and causing the rear to slide on exit. So I just made the change, followed him at happy hour, and the pace was there. And the chassis has been pretty much standard all weekend. We haven't done much to it. So it's been a great package, and I'm super happy to have a world champion with the wealth of knowledge to be able to provide to us.
Well, Josh, we appreciate the time, and we'll see you in Vegas, and we'll see you in 2027. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Xander, AJ.
Thank you, Caleb. And indeed, Josh Conker by the absolute slimmest of margins. Well, technically not slimmest. We did have a championship come down to a full-on tiebreaker today, but here's a look at what the cut line was. There you are, AJ. 9 to the good.
Yeah, I didn't look at these points until today, and it turned out I made 9th, so it's a good day.
There you go. You're going to have to change the plates out, obviously, but you get inside the Circle of Champions Fund. Great year, obviously, for Gage Korn here. His second full run through the points just outside the cut line. Heartbreaker for Vincenzo Saracino. Obviously, you've had a lot of races with him. He had a DNF with 2 laps to go, and that's what ultimately dropped him down the board enough that allowed Josh to get in, and sadly him on the outside looking in. Someone, though, in your shoes, right? Because, again, especially this year, somewhat of a, I don't know, how would you describe your program that you guys have been pitted at these Pro Tour races? A hybrid privateer, then you're with Josh at Tucson to make it work. It's got to feel like it's a blessing, or at least a sizable impact, to have that entry, that tire package, and a little cash for all the effort.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good. I mean, like you said, it's been kind of an interesting year for me and what I've been doing. There's just kind of situations that came around, and it just had to do what I had to do, and now I went to Tucson by myself with Jordan under the Hoach tent. Next round, we went with Andrew raced in Cincinnati. That was fun. And we just go out to these races, and we've been having fun this year. So that's what it's been all about this year, and it's glad to see a little bit of result come this time.
And, of course, it hooks you in. Now you got to go do it again next year. I know you and among many here in the top 10 in the points are almost, or some of them already, Masters eligible and beating up on some of the vets here. But nonetheless, last time we had you here in the booth with me in when we were talking about your career and also what you like to keep your eyes on now and the perspective that you have was back at the Miami Grands, and you were talking about some of the young kids that you enjoy getting to see progress and grow. And so now having this Pro Tour season in the books, being at the racetrack coaching a lot of the Magic drivers as well and Shifter, but this weekend or on this year, who are some of the young kids that have really caught your eye?
Well, I have to say Travis Pettit, because he is someone that was with the Magic Kart for a brief time in the past.
Indeed.
So I've worked with him, and it's great to see him doing amazing. But it's more of these kids I see over in Europe too, like these kids, the cadet, like Zane Burgess over there in Europe. He's winning everything. I haven't seen him back in America now, but like all these kids, they're so good. They are so smart, and it just bodes well to American karting, because in the past they looked at Americans like we're fools when we go to Europe, but now I think they're gonna have to start treating us with some respect.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a huge contingent over there at this point. I think it's partly why we didn't have as many in total in the mini-sub class. Half of them were racing over there and not just lapping around, running up at the front, racking up trophies. Can you speak a bit to that, too, about some of the experiences you had earlier on in your career? You went over to the Rock Super Final a few times. Obviously, last year, KZ Worlds wasn't your first time at that one either. But what has the dynamic been like when you think of some of your first experiences there?
Yeah, I mean, these kids are fortunate they're getting to go there so early. I had to wait a little bit, but when you go to Europe, there's so much to learn. I mean, I have to trick my mind. Last year, I'm like, I think I'm braking when I see Jesus. Turns out I got to brake 20 feet deeper. There's just so much more grip down there that you have to mentally train yourself to understand what the feelings in the kart are again. It's all just different. And so when you go over there, you learn new things, and you come back here and you can apply them.
This weekend, we've got certainly more we want to talk to, including the next one up. Back to you, Caleb.
Yeah, thank you, Xander. I'm standing by here with Ronnie Sala, owner of Burrell Art. Ronnie, we don't see you stateside more than, Las Vegas. It's really when we get to see you out here in the States. This weekend, you were here watching over the team. How would you rate the weekend for your program for Burrell Art?
Yeah, first of all, I enjoy always to be there. I very like the America and the race in America. And about the weekend, it was very positive. I think we get a win in KA 100 Senior, second in X30, and very good speed overall. And positive. I'm happy.
And I got to ask you, right, about the win in KA Senior, because it's Austin Garrison, a guy who's never raced a Burrell in his life. He's raced almost anything. But how good does it feel to have your package up at the front with a guy who's never driven the thing?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, now we have, I think I can say that we have a good chassis, good material overall in all the classes, and especially in the single speed. We don't have many drivers, but I think this weekend we proved that with a driver that never race our go-kart, just to do some 2 days of testing and 2 days of race, and he was able to win. And yeah, we don't struggle too much. He did a very good race, while he was unfortunately DQ from the qualifying. But then he was able to come back on the pre-final and then win the final. And very good speed. The driver is happy about the chassis. We work well together with Alex and Mike Speed, and yeah.
And again, looking forward, right? Las Vegas for you. It's the last one on the year. We're used to seeing Pedro come over here. Jay's been stronger and stronger every year that he goes to Vegas, and he's stronger here running the full season. How are you guys looking for Vegas? Who do you guys have? Who do you plan on bringing over to represent the Red Army?
Probably we will come with Pedro Hildebrand and Ricardo Longhi for the KZ, plus, as you say, Irvin and all the PSS driver, and maybe someone else in X30. Was a bit close to the World Championship, why is just a week after our OKJ World Championship, but we try to make it happen with some more drivers to try to prove that the product is there.
Well, thank you for your time, Ronnie, and we'll see you in Vegas. Thank you.
For sure. Thank you to you. Bye.
Guys.
Great to see all of the impact, too. AJ, kind of building on your point as well of not only our drivers going over there and getting respect, but continuing to see the level here improve and more focus from all the manufacturers, right? You could probably speak to that a little bit, too, being so involved in growing the Magic brand as well.
Yeah, no, the level of competition in Superkarts in America has taken another level every year. And now you see there's more and more Europeans arriving, and they're not going right to the front. They're not going to the front anymore. I mean, sure, Morgado is European, Kremer's European, I mean, South American European. But at the end of the day, now we have a good contingency here that when you come over here, you have a fight on your hands. So it's great to see, and I hope the Americans can win more battles.
Well, I will say Danny had a pretty good point about Marin. He said he gained about 20 pounds since he first started coming over here, so he considers him American from taking up the diet. You know, we do have the higher minimum weights.
Yeah, so I guess Mateus is over here. He's only been racing here fully now 2 years now. He spent too much time in Europe. He's still super skinny. Yeah, Marian's been over here too much, eating the burgers, eating the fries.
We'll have to catch up with him at some point here. AJ, thanks again for joining the show, and of course, for everyone wanting to follow you, and for those who'd like to thank one last time, Mike's all yours here as we close out our time with you today.
It's all Magic Kart USA, Andrew Robert Bujoso, wouldn't be here without them. Alessio Wasani USA, thank you for all the support. Jordan, the best mechanic in the field, my fiance. And yeah, thanks to everyone who helped me, and yeah, I hope to do better in the future.
Yeah, you got a wedding to plan at some point, along with racing somehow fitting in.
I was hoping she would do some of that at some point here soon, but we'll find out. It's gonna happen.
All right. Well, there we go. AJ Myers, folks. We'll continue more Perico post-race coverage on the other side of this break.
All right, thank you.
IAMI USA West is the official West Coast importer for IAMI engines and parts. Our dedicated and knowledgeable staff have a combined 50+ years experience in the sport and can help you with all of your needs. Call us today or visit our website to find your local dealer to shop.
Welcome to the future of kart race preparation, Kart Sim Pro North America. Featuring laser-scanned North American kart circuits and precision-tuned kart physics developed using real telemetry, dyno and tyre data, Kart Sim Pro North America delivers the most advanced and realistic kart simulation experience available today. Whether you're training for race day, refining your lines, or shaving tenths off your personal best, Kart Sim Pro gives you pro-level insight without leaving your home. Trusted by world champions, coaches, and karting enthusiasts alike, this is where virtual practice translates into real-world performance. Experience the thrill, the challenge, and the edge. Kart Sim Pro North America. Use code CHASER20 to get 20% off today.
From the garage to the grid, Acceleration Kart Racing is your one-stop shop for karting. Engines, parts, safety gear, tools, and more from the brands you trust. Everything you need for race day starts at shopakr.com.
When it comes to innovation on the track, Odenthal Racing Products leads the pack. From the highly popular EasyGP camera mounts to our tough case to GoPro case, racers everywhere trust ORP for strength, reliability, and precision. We're proud to be the #1 engine mount manufacturer in the USA. And with our new easy bumper retainer system, you won't get caught out with a failed bumper bolt again. Odenthal Racing Products. Lead or get left behind.
Well, guys, welcome back to the Paracoat post-race show. I'm standing by here with RPG team owner Mike Rawlison. Mike, I would say a good year for you in the seat, ending off with Mario Barrios. You guys are just racing. Mario clinched the championship, but also on the X30 side, the first. I know you've had Gus here for a full year, and he's in the Circle of Champions, and Jake Drew as well, getting himself into it. How would you rate the year for your 125cc package?
I think we've had a great year so far. There's more to do, right? The SKUSA Pro Tour is over, but yeah, I'm really proud of all the guys, the team, Alex, Joni, everybody working. It's been really cool. We're working on some cool things behind the scenes that not a lot of people have seen yet. It's starting to show inside the team, and yeah, we're really excited about that.
And all roads lead to Las Vegas, right? You guys were able to win that one last year. How hungry are you guys to go back-to-back this year?
Well, I mean, that's our main goal, right? And we'll enter drivers in multiple classes, and of course, that's what all the teams want to do, but we're going to go there with that goal again to try and take some of those Vegas championships.
And I got to ask you about Donovan Bonilla as well, right? He won here in X30 in Donovan Bonilla fashion. Yeah. He won yesterday, and he showed great speed. I would say he looked like the fastest driver out there on the racetrack, carrying that 100cc program for you guys. How good is it to have Donovan back with you?
Yeah, well, it's just great, and he's been on fire this summer. He's been doing really a great job, and the boys over at BBS have just done a fantastic job for us. Let's say it was a couple months ago that we got back in with Brian and Robbie, and those guys have delivered us, really great material, and it shows. And Dono today, I think you might have saw, he went nearly from last, almost won it. Austin got him there. But Dono's just been on fire. It's been great. And we've had some other senior drivers that have made some personal bests. So we're feeling really good about the program and looking forward to more.
And I got to ask you the question that I think a lot of people are asking themselves, right? You've been showing a trend that you're racing in Masters, Vegas. I know it's the busiest race of the year for you. Are we going to see you in the field?
No, I wish, but not this year. Too much work to do.
Well, there you go. Congrats on the successful year you guys had, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys.
Successful year indeed for Raleigh and Rawlison Performance Group, no question. Gus Lawrence, Jake Drew, that's going to make life a little easier for their conversation about what 2027 could look like. But again, the busy part of the year is really just beginning for all of these teams right now. There is so much still left to play. Raleigh alluded to it, right? You've got the entirety of the 2026 season only just now starting to come to a head. Here at the end of the SKUSA Pro Tour, a lot of major events, even a number of events next weekend. But at least when we talk about the 2027 Pro Tour and what the 1 through 10 plates will look like in Las Vegas, here is, once again, a look at that picture. Joe Turney, the #1 plate for the very first time here since the new era has been introduced back in 2024, as he goes back to Las Vegas to try to reclaim the magic he had in 2024 with the double wins. Gus Lawrence will sport the 2 plate. Paulie Massimino, Brandon Jarscrack Racing keep the 3 plate on the BJR machine. Oliver Hodgson will enter with the 4 plate. Ruben Moya for the 2nd consecutive year. And the Denver, Colorado-based 4 Direction Motorsports camp led by Greg Welch and Pantano Importership will see their number plate improve from a 6 to a 5. Jake Drew, he was one of many odds-on favorites to fight to get into the top 10 last year, came up just shy, and now he's got it. And for his season, at this point here in the new environment, moving into Rawlison Performance Group, now he's got a 2027 batch of entries and tires to go with him here as he tries to continue. Ramos, Roberts, Blake Nash, and Jesus Vasquez Jr., your top 10. Back to you, Caleb.
Thank you, Xander. We just heard there from Mike Rawlison and one of his drivers now, newest drivers, I should say, Jake Drew. I know you're kind of smiling now, but, not the day that you would have wanted on the Sunday, a rough main event for you. Just kind of tell me about it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Just kind of get driven off at the start like that. So, not really. Just going to look at it, see what I can do different. I haven't had a chance at it yet, but I don't know. I'm trying to do the best I can here. Feel like RPG and AVP gave me a huge package that was capable of winning the last 2 days, really. So just need to get it in better position and get the job done.
I know you still got a couple of regular season championships to wrap up, right? The United States Pro Kart Series and a couple more. But I want to ask you about Las Vegas, a place where you have gotten the pole position, I believe, twice. Got it last year, and now this year, different team, looking to go back there and I would say get a little bit of redemption. How are you feeling for November?
I feel great right now. I mean, over the last couple weeks, I feel like I'm gaining a lot of momentum and a lot of comfort in this new team. And like you mentioned, a couple of regular season races still to go. So I think the momentum's only going to build from here. And by the time we get to Vegas, we'll be really strong, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, thank you for the time, Jake.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Xander?
Indeed, as Jake Drew looks on to Las Vegas, as he mentioned, there's a lot of regular events still to go here with a picturesque Newcastle Motorsports Park. Still in the background here, sun beginning to set. We've got a long way to go, and you can see the tents starting to tear down, the rigs getting ready. There are a number of events, though, on our calendar coming up as we prepare for the podium ceremonies here from the SKUSA Pro Tour. The Superkarts USA staff has put on a phenomenal event once again here at the Summer Nationals. And, well, a handful of them will be a part of the Rotax Max Trophy final with TPK Promotions assistant KSG Group in promoting the Rotax Max Challenge United States Majors next weekend. They'll be back here at Newcastle. We'll be here as well, but we'll also be in a couple of places at the same time. The CKNA, Cup Karts North America, Briggs and Stratton 206 four-stroke action ends its year with the Grassroots Major, the biggest event by total entries, neck and neck with the Supernats year over year here at Newcastle. But before that, they have their Summer Nationals next weekend, just 2.5 hours down the road at the MCC Cincinnati Kartplex. Florida Karting Championship continues, takes us for the very first time for our Kart Chaser Grassroots coverage to Bushnell Motorsports Park in Central Florida, about an hour and a half outside of Orlando. And we return to the Pacific Northwest for the second consecutive year to the home of Italian Motors USA and the Italkart Factory Racing Team here in the States at Sumas, Washington. The Sumas International Motorsports Academy playing host to the Northwest Karting Association Burley Products Super Cup Series. We're excited to go there. 4 events over August 1st and 2nd next weekend, and the coverage continues from that point. It's been a beautiful weekend here. We have not seen weather like this in the history of the 12 times we have had the SKUSA Pro Tour at Newcastle Motorsports Park. There's simply nothing like coming here at the end of July to close out the Midwest summer stretch. There's still a couple of Midwestern events before we really cap it off in mid-August. Well, for everyone here with our coverage, we'll take one final break here before Podiums return for the race day and the championship hosted by Rob Howden. For my final words here with you all, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone that has joined our coverage through the last 2 days and, of course, this season. And we've got, indeed, just one more tidbit here for you before we close things out. Let's go back down to you, Caleb, before we get ready for Podiums.
Yeah, thank you, Xander. A little bit of news coming out of the final results of the X30 Junior main event. An no-call penalty assessed as Tristan Murphy has put Travis Pettit into third, which has also given him the X30 Junior Championship. To clear, all results official. Travis Pettit, you are the champion in 2027 in X30 Junior. I know it was a main event that ended with disappointment, and now you can celebrate about 2 hours, hour and a half removed from that main.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I mean, I feel amazing. I mean, that race was really hard. I was working myself, you know. It was just a really hard and tough race and a tough weekend, honestly. But, yeah, we had an amazing package all weekend long in X30, NKA. Just unfortunate luck. You know, I had a lot of fun, and it's really cool to be a champion here because I've been working really hard to get in the championship. And last championship series that I was here, was the USPKS, and when my bumper bolt fell off, that cost me the championship. So for me to come back here and redeem myself for that, it feels really good.
And again, it's been a long road in junior, right, to get to this point. You're only 13 years old, and to get that championship, does it feel like a little bit of weight kind of lifted off your back?
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot, honestly, but there's more championships to come, and yeah.
Travis, you're still in junior, only 13 years old. What's the plan for you moving forward?
Honestly, just get in the cars and see where it goes. But yeah, I think this is my last year in karting, and then we'll be moving on.
Well, regardless, Travis, it's been good to have you with us, and congrats on ending off a SKUSA career with a high in Las Vegas. I know that's probably another one you got your eye on.
Oh yeah, that's another one I'll be working hard for.
Well, there you guys have it. Travis Pettit, champion in 2026.
Amazing weekend here from the Summer Nationals and Newcastle Motorsports Park. As mentioned there before, that last tidbit here in the swing of the championship with the last bit of results coming together, of course. Podiums are on the way, but Rob Howden joining our coverage, Caleb Vieska doing a ton of work getting us all the intel on the ground. Our production team here who have compiled all the instant replays, all these packages, and all the angles. Our camera operators that have been out there for 12 hours a day alongside the Superkarts USA officials and corner marshals, keeping everybody safe. And this entire operation here to pull these level of events off, it takes a whole lot of people and a community to bring it all together. Mike Adams and the Newcastle Motorsports Park staff, Tom Kutcher and Neil Strickland and Alexis Kutcher and the entire Superkarts USA crew, to Tony Leone, to Stan Bernarski, and onwards. It takes a cavalry. It takes an army to pull it off. It takes an army to win these things as well. And for myself, Xander Clements, this is a pleasure as always to bring you the action and call the coverage. Thank you, and goodbye for now.
to Newcastle Motorsports Park as we get set to roll here with the categories for round number 6. We're going to do our podiums first. We'll start with that. From the podiums, then we will move into the championship awards as well. And as many of you may have heard, we are on hold right now for our X30 Junior category, so will come a little bit later. We'll get things started, of course, with round number 6, though, of the Summer Nationals. So those of you joining us here, great to have you with us. Let's start with KA100 Master, brought to you by Avinco Tires. The driver coming home in 3rd place today, number 428, Mike Rollison. Were we able to tear Mike away from tearing down the tent, or is... Good, that's what I want to hear. There he is. Come on, Rollison. Just glad to see you didn't have to bring the walker with you. Mike Rollison coming home in the 3rd spot today. There it is. Love seeing Mike up on the podium. Good stuff. Finishing in 2nd with fast lap of the race, the local driver having a big weekend, Tyler Prestall. Finishing in 2nd. Battling up there amongst the Rollison Performance Group drivers. Great job for Tyler today, coming home P2. And the driver coming away with the win. Fantastic weekend. Swept both races. Won the championship in the process. P1 in KA Master, Mario Barrios. He is already flying somewhere. All right, there you go. Good chance for a mechanic to get up there. I like to see that. That's good stuff. Well, shout out to those of you joining us live on the Kart Chaser feed. Wrapping up this year's Pro Tour here with the podium presentations. We'll go to KA100 Junior, brought to you by TKG Barrel Art USA, finishing in 3rd spot, number 827, Colton Schniegenberg. Finishing in 2nd, number 895, Ashton Woon. And the driver coming home with the win today, a fantastic drive for Nico Orbezo. Nicholas Orbezo, the winner in KA Junior. 29 thousandths of a second at the line. Ashton Woon took a run at it side by side. We had a lot of side-by-side photo finishes today for sure. A good job there for the drivers in KA Junior. Again, we'll have our championship awards presentations after we wrap up with today's podiums. Moving now into Micro Swift, brought to you by Grupa Santana Vega. Finishing in 3rd spot with the fast lap of the race, number 221, Dusty Strayer. Good job, Dusty. It was a photo finish at the time. They had to go to the video. Finishing in 2nd, number 213, Liam Compatiello. Winner yesterday, 2nd place today. That close. They went to the video, and the driver coming away with the win, number 251, Bo Wyatt. That's what this weekend was all about. So many photo finishes. Great job for Bo, Liam, and Dusty. Again, Dusty Strayer, fast lap of the race. But Bo Wyatt getting that win in that drag race to the line, side by side. Great stuff, drivers. Thank you so much. Sure we'll get one of you, at least a couple of you back up here for sure for the championship award presentations. We'll do the KA100 Senior, brought to you by Kart CRG USA. Finishing in 3rd, number 940, Paulie Massimino. Finishing in 2nd spot as well, as Paulie's rolling his way up here, number 978, Donovan Bonilla, P2. Donovan here, I don't see him rolling. There he is, Dono, good for you. Donovan Bonilla coming home P2 today. With the fast lap of the race, by the way, as well, Dono. Great weekend in the KA category. Driver coming home with the win, so-called retired, maybe not so much. The winner today, folks, Austin Garrison. A fantastic race for Austin. Well done. Garrison, Bonilla, and Massimino on the Podium today for the KA senior class. 65 thousandths of a second across the line. All three drivers, 3 wide, coming for the race win. Garrison went driver's right. That worked. He comes away with the win for Speed Concepts Racing. Great job, Austin. Congrats. Let's go to Mini Swift, brought to you by Mega Power Engines. Finishing in third spot, number 198, Aiden Go. Good job, Aiden. Finishing in second with the fast lap of the race, number 191, Jake Manalio. Fantastic day for Jake. The driver with the victory today, 42 thousandths of a second at the line, number 133, Dutch Westbrook. Aiden Go coming in that battle with Brody Stoffel, and Marcelo Flores. Not quite enough at the end as Westbrook and Manalio were able to get away. 42 thousandths of a second was the margin at the line for Westbrook over Manalio. Awesome to see these young Mini Swift drivers putting on a show for us. Awesome job today. Again, podium presentations first up, then we'll go championship trophies as well as we cap off this year's Pro Tour. Let's cap off our trophies here with a couple races for Pro X30 and Pro Shifter. We'll start with Pro X30, brought to you by Nash Motorsports. Finishing in third with fast lap of the race, Joe Turney. Turney P3. Come on, Joe. Get that suit up. We got you. Joe Turney rolling in here. Finishing in second, number 304, Diego Ramos. Great day for Diego. Man, he's quick at this racetrack. Diego coming home in second. But a massive victory for this driver here, and a big one for Factory Kart as well. The winner in Pro X30, Oliver Hodgson. Took the lead late in the race, held it. The last couple laps were absolutely stellar for Oliver Hodgson. The challengers were there, and he was able to hold them at bay. So close that they crossed the line, 64 thousandths of a second. Hodgson coming away with a big victory for Factory Kart, no doubt about that. Tremendous drive for Oliver. Todd, we got what you need? Perfect. Let's go to Pro Shifter, brought to you by PSL Karting. Let's get the podium selfie first. I like that. Who's got the longest arms? Good stuff for the drivers here in Pro X30. Nice. Pro Shifter brought to you by PSL Karting. Finishing in third spot today, number 37, Danny Formal. Second place, number 2, AJ Myers. And that, last but not least, the driver coming away with the win, and you'll find obviously later on the championship as well. In the number 5, Mateus Morgado. He's already flying. Mateus is already gone, bailed on us. Next up, let's roll into the Pro Shifter category. All right, folks, being told that our X30 Junior category is clear, so we're going to be able to go into X30 Junior right now, which is great news. Finishing in third spot for X30 Junior, number 7, Travis Pettit. Second place goes to number 774, Maxwell Macha. And last but not least, the winner today, number 703, Ashton Woon. All right, let's move into the championship standings. We're going to start with Pro and end with Pro. We're going to start with Pro Shifter, brought to you by PSL Karting. We've got those number plates for the photo shots as well. Third overall this year for the Pro Shifter, category number 94, Marian Kremers. Number 3 plate for 2027, Marian Kremers. Where is he? There he is. Kremers finishing in 3rd overall in the championship. Narrowly getting ahead of Jay Irwin. All part, again, the top 10 in the Circle of Champions. Finishing in 2nd overall this year, number 37, Danny Formal. And your overall champion, we know he's already in the air heading home, the champion for Pro Shifter this year. The number 1 plate goes to Mateus Morgado. Trophy shots. National number plate panels, of course, as well. Mateus Morgado having to head home, but great stuff for him for sure. Velocity Racing, Sodi Kart, big championship, winning all 3 main events on the season. Man, what an absolutely tremendous campaign for the Brazilian. Great job for Danny Formal and Marian Kremers as well. 2nd and 3rd, the 2 and the 3 plates for 2027. Great work, guys. Leave those plates here for us, please. We need the number plates. Thank you. Let's go on to 100cc Junior, brought to you by TKG Barrel Art USA. 3rd place this year in the championship, number 895, Ashton Woon. Woon, 3rd overall in KA 100 Junior. Ashton's rolling in here. Finishing in 2nd spot overall, runner-up in KA 100 Junior, the Pro Tour this year, Travis Pettit, 2. KA 100 Junior. Sorry for getting out of order there, guys. The sheets I was given, I'm just going to go with what we got. And the champion this year in KA 100 Junior, Colton Schniegenberg. Massive weekend for Colton to work his way as your champion in KA Junior. Great stuff for the Ryan Perry Motorsports driver. 3 different teams represented on the championship podium here in KA Junior. Colton Schniegenberg. Breakthrough weekend here in the Superkarts USA Pro Tour. He's done a bunch of racing overseas as well, but man, big success here this weekend. We'll go now to the KA Masters category. Leave those number plates here, drivers. Thank you so much. We'll use those for the next shot. Finishing in 3rd overall in KA Master, Jose Eduardo de la Garza Elizondo. Is Jose here with us? There he is. Where is he? Rolling in. Awesome stuff. Making us work every intro on that name. Phil DeLeo, 2nd place, not here. Didn't come here this weekend, but had a great start to the season in Tucson and Cincinnati. Driver with the championship, though, I believe he's gone as well. Mario Barrios winning the championship in KA 100 Master. He is gone as well. So, Jose, it's all you up there right now. Up there and grab that trophy. We'll make sure that Phil DeLeo gets his. Mario's getting collected by one of his teammates over at Rawlson Performance Group. Speaking of Rawlson Performance Group, they sponsor our X30 Junior class. So let's jump into X30 Junior now. Finishing in 3rd overall, number 3 plate for next year, number 711, Tristan Murphy. Great weekend for Tristan, 3rd overall in X30 Junior. Finishing in 2nd spot in X30 Junior, number 703, Ashton Woon. P2 for Ashton Woon in X30 Junior. Ashton, get on top of the podium for me, please. Ashton, up on the podium, please. Oh, that's not good. Travis Pettit, folks, winning the championship in this X30 Junior category. Travis Pettit with the title. Ashton Woon second. Tristan Murphy in third. Leave that there for us. Thank you so much. We'll go on to KA Senior, brought to you by Kart CRG USA. Finishing in third overall in the KA Senior Championship, number 944, Caden McQueen. Is he flying too? There you go. Finishing in second, number 927, Chase Hand. Gone as well. How about the champion? Is he still here? Paulie Massimino, the champion in KA 100 Senior. Got it done yesterday. Fantastic season in this category, Paulie. You stand alone on the podium, and you did that throughout the weekend as well, the season. So good for you. Paulie Massimino, the champion in KA Senior. What a tremendous year it was. I think he had the highest actual overall drop total as well. Xander and I were going through that on the broadcast. So 245 points was the drop. That's the kind of consistency you need to win a championship. Well done. We'll go to Micro Swift right now, brought to you by Grupo Santana Vega. Third overall in the championship of the Pro Tour this year in Micro, Tristan Francisco. Finishing in second, Trey Sanders. And the Micro Swift champion for 2026, Bo Wyatt. Micro Swift drivers, excellent job this year. Bo Wyatt, fantastic drive all year long. Coming away with that championship. 129 points up on Trey Sanders. Trey Sanders finishing in second. Love seeing the success of these young drivers here at this Micro Swift level. 2 more categories still to go. There we go. Let's get everything in position here. There we go. Now we got her hooked up now. Get mom and dad in there to make it all work. Good stuff. Excited to see what these young drivers will do over the next 10 years here in Superkarts USA competition. Well done to the drivers here in Micro. We'll go into Mini now. The Mini Swift category brought to you by Mega Power Engines. Third overall in the Mini Swift class, Jake Manalio. Pro Tour Championship. An absolutely fantastic weekend from start to finish. He and Daniel Tate wrenching that machine, getting them going. Able to figure things out from Saturday to Sunday. I guarantee some work on the data, figuring it out, what they were going to do to get things going when they came back here on Sunday. And they got the job done. Turney was able to work his way forward, got himself onto the podium, and enough to stay ahead of his primary contenders, Joe Turney, coming away as the champion. Folks, that wraps things up for this year's Superkarts USA Pro Tour. Podium presentation is done. Awards handed out, the trophies and the championships all doled out as well. 17th running of the Pro Tour is done. From now, we look forward to the Superkarts USA Super Nationals, the 29th edition of the race at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway in November. We hope all of you join us there at that event. Be on the lookout for the opening of registration. You know how tough it is to make sure you're part of the grids for that event. Otherwise, we wrap things off from a fantastic weekend here. A little bit different today. We had a bit of mist. It made things interesting, but all told, some fantastic racing here on Kart Chaser. I want to take the opportunity to thank everybody from Superkarts USA for having us here, and those of you who are here racing this weekend. I know SKUSA would like to thank you for being part of this program as well. Everybody at Kart Chaser doing a fantastic job. We want to thank you all for tuning into the broadcast as well on behalf of everybody on the Kart Chaser team, including Xander Clemens, Caleb Viesca, my fellow voices on the event here today, and everybody from the Superkarts USA program and Kart Chaser. Thank you for tuning in, folks. I appreciate it. We'll see you down the road. Next race, Superkarts USA Super Nationals.
This broadcast is the sole property of Kart Chaser Group, LLC. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the images, audio, or accounts of this event, in whole or in part, without the expressed written consent of Kart Chaser Group, LLC is strictly prohibited. Thanks for watching.